Imagine a world where giant sea monsters with razor-sharp teeth lurked in the oceans, massive wolves the size of bears prowled ancient forests, and cats with saber-like fangs hunted prey that dwarfed modern elephants. These weren't mythical creatures. These ancient animals actually walked the earth. And what's even more unbelievable, most people have never heard of them. Welcome to the Mind Metrics, where we explore the mysteries of our world. Today we're traveling back millions of years to discover the most unbelievable ancient animals that once dominated our planet. These ancient animals were so bizarre, so terrifying, and so incredible that they make dinosaurs look ordinary. From prehistoric sea predators that ruled the oceans to massive land mammals that would dwarf any creature alive today, you're about to meet ancient animals that will completely change how you think about prehistoric life. These ancient animals aren't just fossils in museums. They're proof that Earth was once a completely different world. By the end of this video, you'll discover ancient animals so incredible that scientists still struggle to understand how they survived. Stick around because these ancient animals will blow your mind. The terror of the ancient seas. Let's start in the water, because some of the most terrifying ancient animals ever discovered lurked beneath the waves. These nightmare creatures with glowing eyes and massive jaws once dominated the prehistoric oceans as the most fearsome predators Earth had ever seen. Meet Dunkleosteus, an ancient animal that terrorized the seas 360 million years ago. This armored fish grew up to 33 feet long and weighed over 4 tons. But here's what made this ancient animal absolutely terrifying. Instead of teeth, Dunkleosteus had razor-sharp bony plates that could slice through anything. Scientists estimate this ancient animal had one of the most powerful bites in history, over 8,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's stronger than a T-Rex. Dunkleosteus could bite through bone, armor, and other ancient animals with ease. This prehistoric predator was the apex hunter of its time, and nothing in the ancient oceans was safe from it. But Dunkleosteus wasn't alone. The ancient seas were filled with nightmare fuel. Megalodon, the most famous ancient animal of the ocean, grew up to 60 feet long with teeth the size of human hands. This ancient animal could swallow a great white shark whole. Then there's Smilodon, another massive ancient animal that ruled the Jurassic seas. This marine reptile had a bite force 4 times stronger than a T-Rex and hunted other ancient animals, including smaller marine reptiles and fish. At 23 feet long, Smilodon was an aquatic killing machine. The ancient oceans were a completely different world, filled with ancient animals that make modern sharks look harmless. These prehistoric predators dominated the seas for millions of years, proving that the most terrifying ancient animals didn't walk on land. They swam beneath the waves, the giants of the ancient forests. Now let's move to land, because the ancient animals that walked through prehistoric forests were just as incredible. These massive beasts once roamed the earth in ecosystems so different from today that they seem like alien worlds. First up, the dire wolf. Yes, Game of Thrones got them right. Dire wolves were real ancient animals, but the reality is even more impressive than fiction. These ancient animals weren't just slightly larger wolves. They were massive prehistoric predators. Dire wolves stood 3 feet tall at the shoulder and weighed up to 200 pounds, about 25% larger than modern gray wolves. These ancient animals had incredibly powerful jaws, designed for crushing bone. They hunted in packs across North and South America, taking down ancient animals like giant ground sloths, ancient horses, and even young mammoths. What made dire wolves such successful ancient animals? Their bite force was extraordinary, stronger than modern wolves because they evolved to hunt the massive ancient animals of the Ice Age. Thousands of dire wolf fossils have been found in the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles, showing just how common these ancient animals once were. But if you think dire wolves were impressive, Wait until you hear about the Smilodon, the famous saber-toothed cat. This ancient animal was a powerful, muscular predator with enormous fangs that have become iconic symbols of prehistoric life. Smilodon wasn't just one of the coolest-looking ancient animals. It was one of the deadliest. Those famous saber teeth grew up to 11 inches long. These ancient animals used their impressive fangs to deliver precise, lethal bites to the throats of their prey. Smilodon could take down ancient animals much larger than itself, including bison, camels, and ground sloths. Here's what's fascinating about this ancient animal. Smilodon had incredibly powerful forelimbs, much stronger than modern big cats. Scientists believe these ancient animals would wrestle their prey to the ground before delivering that fatal saber bite. Imagine encountering this ancient animal in the wild. The ancient forests weren't just home to these predators. Massive ancient animals like the giant ground sloth, Megatherium, stood 20 feet tall on their hind legs. These ancient animals weighed 4 tons and had claws that could disembowel any predator foolish enough to attack them. The bizarre ancient animals you've never heard of. Now, here's where things get really weird, because not all ancient animals were massive predators or giant herbivores. Some prehistoric creatures were so bizarre that when scientists first discovered their fossils, they thought they were fake. Take Paraceratherium, the largest land mammal that ever lived. This ancient animal makes elephants look tiny. Standing 18 feet tall at the shoulder and weighing up to 20 tons, Paraceratherium was like a giraffe crossed with a rhino. This ancient animal had a long neck that allowed it to browse treetops, and it lived 23 million years ago in Asia. What's mind-blowing about this ancient animal is that despite its massive size, Paraceratherium was actually related to modern rhinos. Imagine encountering this gentle giant, an ancient animal so tall it could look into a second-story window. Then there's Glyptodon, an ancient animal that looked like an armadillo the size of a car. This prehistoric creature had a domed shell made of bony plates, weighed over 2 tons, and had a spiked tail club for defense. These ancient animals roamed South America until about 10,000 years ago, which means early humans actually encountered them. Speaking of bizarre ancient animals, let's talk about Andrewsarchus. This ancient animal holds the title of largest terrestrial carnivorous mammal ever discovered. With a skull 3 feet long and weighing over 2,000 pounds, Andrewsarchus looked like a wolf crossed with a bear crossed with a hyena. This ancient animal had powerful jaws that could crush bone and likely scavenged as well as hunted. But perhaps the strangest ancient animal was Titanoboa, a snake so massive it makes modern anacondas look like worms. This ancient animal grew up to 50 feet long and weighed over 2,500 pounds. Titanoboa lived 60 million years ago in what is now Colombia, and this ancient animal could swallow crocodiles whole. Scientists believe Titanoboa was so large because Earth's climate was much warmer after the dinosaurs went extinct. Warmer temperatures allowed this ancient animal to grow to sizes impossible for modern snakes. Imagine encountering this ancient animal in a prehistoric swamp. Why these ancient animals disappeared? Here's the question that everyone asks. If these ancient animals were so successful, so powerful, so well adapted, why did they all disappear? The answer reveals one of nature's most important lessons. Most of these ancient animals went extinct during the Quaternary extinction event, which happened between 50,000 and 10,000 years ago. This wasn't an asteroid impact like what killed the dinosaurs. The extinction of these ancient animals happened because of 2 major factors: climate change and human arrival. As the Ice Age ended, temperatures rose rapidly. Ancient animals adapted to cold climates, like dire wolves, Smilodon, and mammoths, struggled to survive in warmer conditions. The massive ancient animals required enormous amounts of food, and as their habitats changed, food became scarce. But climate alone doesn't explain why so many ancient animals disappeared. The second factor was human expansion. As early humans spread across the globe, they hunted many ancient animals to extinction. Evidence shows that wherever humans arrived, whether in Australia, the Americas, or islands, large ancient animals soon disappeared. Ancient animals like the giant ground sloth, Glyptodon, and various Ice Age megafauna all went extinct shortly after humans reached their habitats. These ancient animals had never encountered human hunters before and had no natural fear of us. They were easy prey for organized human hunting parties. Some scientists call this the Pleistocene overkill hypothesis, the idea that human hunting was the primary driver of ancient animal extinction. Other researchers argue it was a combination of climate change and human pressure. Either way, the disappearance of these ancient animals fundamentally changed Earth's ecosystems. The extinction of these ancient animals created a cascade effect. When mega herbivores like mammoths and ground sloths disappeared, it affected plant communities. When apex predators like Smilodon vanished, it changed the balance of prey populations. The loss of ancient animals transformed entire continents. What's tragic is how recently many ancient animals went extinct. Mammoths survived until just 4,000 years ago on remote Arctic islands. That's after the pyramids were built. Ground sloths lived in the Caribbean until 5,000 years ago. These ancient animals were our contemporaries, not distant prehistoric creatures. What ancient animals teach us today? So what can we learn from these unbelievable ancient animals? Their stories aren't just fascinating history. They're warnings and lessons for our modern world. First, ancient animals show us how vulnerable even the most successful species can be to environmental change. These ancient animals dominated their ecosystems for millions of years, yet they disappeared in just thousands of years when conditions changed. It proves that no species, no matter how powerful, is immune to extinction. Second, ancient animals demonstrate the impact humans can have on ecosystems. Our ancestors, with just Stone Age technology, managed to drive dozens of ancient animal species to extinction. Today, with modern technology, our impact is exponentially greater. We're currently causing what scientists call the sixth mass extinction, losing species at rates comparable to when the dinosaurs died out. Third, ancient animals reveal how interconnected ecosystems are. When these massive ancient animals disappeared, it didn't just mean fewer species. It fundamentally changed how entire continents functioned. Modern conservation efforts recognize this. Protecting apex predators and large herbivores isn't just about saving individual species. It's about maintaining ecosystem health. The study of ancient animals also teaches us humility. These creatures thrived for millions of years. Human civilization has existed for just 10,000 years. Modern humans have been around for about 300,000 years. Many ancient animals had far longer success stories than we've achieved so far. Finally, ancient animals inspire wonder and curiosity. Every fossil discovery reveals something new about these incredible creatures. In just the past few years, scientists have discovered new ancient animals, revised their understanding of how these creatures lived, and even extracted DNA from some Ice Age ancient animals. There's serious scientific discussion about de-extinction, using preserved DNA to bring back ancient animals like mammoths. While this raises ethical questions, it shows how ancient animals continue to captivate human imagination and drive scientific innovation. So there you have it, the unbelievable ancient animals that once walked the earth. From Dunkleosteus terrorizing ancient seas with its bone-crushing bite, to dire wolves hunting in packs through Ice Age forests, to Smilodon with its massive saber fangs, to bizarre ancient animals like car-sized armadillos and 50-foot snakes. These ancient animals weren't just impressive. They were proof that Earth has hosted an incredible diversity of life over millions of years. Ancient animals like Paraceratherium, the largest land mammal ever, and Megalodon, the ultimate ocean predator, show us that nature can create creatures beyond our wildest imagination. The ancient animals we've explored today dominated their world just as successfully as any species alive now. Yet climate change and human expansion drove these ancient animals to extinction in a geological blink of an eye. Their disappearance reminds us how fragile even the mightiest creatures can be. Every time you see a wolf, remember its extinct cousin, the dire wolf, an ancient animal that once ruled the Americas. When you see a big cat, think of Smilodon, the ancient animal with teeth like knives. These connections link us to the incredible ancient animals that came before. The next time you visit a museum and see fossils of ancient animals, remember, these weren't just bones. These were living, breathing creatures that hunted, survived, and thrived for millions of years. Ancient animals that felt fear, hunger, and the will to survive, just like modern animals do. If you're fascinated by these unbelievable ancient animals and want to learn more about prehistoric life, extinct species, and the mysteries of evolution, hit that like button and subscribe to The Mind Metrics. We explore the most incredible stories from history, science, and the natural world. What ancient animal would you most want to see in real life? Drop your answer in the comments below and let us know what topic you want us to explore next. Remember, the ancient animals we discussed today once ruled this planet. They remind us that Earth's story is far bigger and stranger than we usually imagine. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.